Hello, it's me, it's Wolfren, and today we are like 3 weeks later, but we win the Welstra fight. Okay, so I know it's already PT05, and I should be already posting the fucking Levidras video, but I don't have the time. Okay, so yeah, today we have finally the video I have been preparing for 3000 years, which is Welstra, and I have already recorded the Levidras one, but I have to put the voice. So yeah, it's a lot of work. Also, look at the playmat; it's so nice. I cannot believe a friend brought it from Japan. Okay, let's get into the into the pairings. Okay, so we have Welstra here. I love Welstra. To be honest, I love the support it received. It's like a bit sad that the deck lacks the rush or lacks the particular engine things that would make it competitive. All in all, the deck is amazing and I love playing it. That's my deck, by the way. I lent it to my friend. And like I think it's very strong. However, Zorga completely counters it because the deck is kind of based around your opponent caring both about your removals or at least about the powers. And like Zorga counters both of those things because we have free board every time, so they cannot kill our cards. And we have limitless PGs, so we don't really care about their powers either. So yeah, we should always, basically almost ever, beat that matchup by being smart, by having enough defense. Okay, we cannot no longer damage deny them. Because Fenlicta, it's like an amazing CC that also like creates another removal and a 5 power reduction for free mostly, and it also calls herself for free. Like the card is amazing, and I love what they did with the deck. Like now you can do 5 at battles going first, or you can going first not as much. You can do 4, but you can do them 100% of the time going second. I don't know. Overall, the deck it's amazing, and I really like it. Have I said I like it? I really do. But yeah, sadly, like the problem with the deck is that it cannot rush, and to be honest, I'm not sure because I feel like it interacts pretty well into like Blackmar should struggle versus you if they don't draw the ladder, and then Levidras struggles a bit with rebuilding board every turn, so maybe the deck is not as bad. Like because Blackmire turns down the markers, Blackmire is now better because it beats Levidras, and Welstra should build Blackmire, and maybe it does also beat Levidras, so maybe Welstra is better position than I'm initially thinking. Anyway, the deck is fine. Let's get into the game itself. Yeah, one thing we can do versus Welstra is because they will kill our cards. Like, usually with that Zorga Nadir, we struggle with our board because if we call the cards early, they get stuck and basically we are losing cards from our hand, and we cannot even lose the cards from our hand because we call the card in the board and then we need another copy in the drop zone for it to replace it. But because of how Welstra works, they are partially forced into killing our cards, so we can use that to our advantage. We can rush them, and we know there is a point where that card will be killed. Here, for example, we only have one dragon. This means we know for sure that Shadow Cloak will intercept, and we have the fishing on drop zone, so we are very likely to call the Shadow in front of the Headhunter, so we don't need the Headhunter to die as soon, and then we get the other booster for the RPD, and we have access to the power and the cards both, and we get maximum value out of our Zorga. And the reason we can do more comfortably do that than ever is because they have normal removals, like not bind removals, not bot deck removals, not whatever removals, they're just removals, period. And that makes us really happy if we can use our cards in a profitable way. Also, we get access to the free 5k shield intercept that Shadow will provide because it will revive. Like, it's amazing how Zorga Nadir creates like so much advantage for the first 3 turns of the game because we can play our cards in so many different ways to adapt to different situations, and we get like always 2 cards of value for just EV2. It's super cheap. Other people, it's like playing EV3 to gain a crit or EV3 to draw 1. we can like EV2, like we call Rouge, attack, they intercept for free, and then like card comes back and we bounce a PG. Like we are surfing. Yeah, so yeah, I think that Nadir is like an amazing card. If only we had like a Rochelle to keep doing 4 battles forever, like it will be super amazing. I Yeah, also like please, if you see me at a BCS, just approach me. Like this past BCS in Oporto, like it was so fun because like Zorga players came to approach me and I enjoyed talking to them a lot. Also, like I played versus 2, like there were 4 Zorgas that tournament and I played versus 2 of them. One is me and I played versus other 2 and I don't know who was the fourth one, but like it was so fun playing versus you. And please come again. Like I really enjoyed the moments. Also, like somebody played me this list, like the Brave Shooter list. I lost, like I could not keep up with what they were doing because they were grinding a lot. And I was like, oh my god, I cannot kill you. Like, okay, I was missing Persona, right, for a few turns, but like it was insane. Like they had no dragons and like they kept farming and I could never kill them. I don't know. I really respect that list more that I have played against it. Because I have never played, but like in my whole life, I've played versus Zorga like less than 10 times. It's amazing when you play versus someone who likes the deck and knows how to use it, you know? Anyway, we do the thing. Wait, how did the Headhunter end up on the other side? It's fine. We don't need to know. Yeah, calling the Shadow here is a bit of a waste because it will die and it's doing nothing. Like versus any other deck, having the Shadow there, it's nice, but definitely not here. I really like Headhunter. Wait, did I pay the CB? Wait, I won't talk. I was not paying attention. We will assume something like, because this is not the same Headhunter, so maybe I didn't use the Headhunter or something. That's fine. Also, like, I really like the combination with Headhunter and Shooters, because like Shooter, it's like it's a draw that can also add Blitz Order back to hand, or can add an order to play. Like, I feel these are those situations where you can just pay CB for it, but it's not like paying the CB because you have the Headhunter. And it generates a lot of cards in hand, and you can use it twice. We are the only deck where the cyclers do 2 things. Other people, it's like discarding it to draw 1. We draw it, we discard this 1 copy to draw 1, and then we can call the same again to generate more value. That feels amazing. The only problem, literally the only problem this deck has, it's like everyone has 4 PGs, 3000 PGs. I don't know how many PGs, but it's a lot. It feels like more. It feels like 7 PGs before our turn 4. So they tank the Divine, and then they can usually heal 1. Like there's like this tiny RNG in regard from them getting out of reach. That's so annoying, and it's not something we can really control. That's the only weakness this deck has. It feels so amazing in all the sides, like the free board, the free recursion, a lot of resources. And it's just that sometimes you cannot end the game, and I hate that. Oh my god, they may just give us a 4th battle. Bushy. There is this meme going on that we have to win a BCS because Romain won the BCS, and the day after they announced the Maigo collab, no, Morphonica collab. It's like we have to win 1 BCS, then we get 4th battle, and we get the AV3 cycler for masks. And we have like powers. Amazing amounts of power. But look, we have shooters, we have the Blitz Order, we have the PGs, we cannot die. We really cannot die. I'm having a very mischievous idea. I will test it, but it will be another time. I have to play it first. Yeah, I really like Welstra. It's so versatile as well. Like you can use the it has so much micromanaging. Like you can choose to draw first or look at top 5 first. Like depending on what's the situation, even if the deck might be a bit piece reliant, sometimes like you have so different ways to play the cards to make up for the bad situations and use Lubetzal for finding a Freyhead, but you can also find a PG or you can find a Welstra, and like the PG is more often than not like at least gaining 10k because your opponent lost so much power, so it actually swings for decent, right? And then you have the Eins, which is like a mini tiny Levidras divine skill, let's say, because you can call the Eins to rush, to attack, or turn 3 for a lot of pressure, and then you draw 3 cards back to your hand. It's not the same, of course, because there is no, you're not reducing their attacks, but it's like, it feels like the same, right? You don't need to be super cannon glass. Like there is sometimes where you can actually bulk a lot compared to your aggression, because the Welstra has a lot of potency. If you can bulk a bit, it feels like a lot because they are suddenly killing you next turn. Or like if they get to have another turn, that extra turn deals so much pressure, 5 attacks with a lot of power or potency, that it feels massive. So when they can't draw or find the PGs and have that extra turn, it feels really strong. And they have a lot of economy and resource management now. And I don't know, it's like very fun to play, very fun to play. Like it maybe lacks like a bit of tankiness for the format because people seems to be really bulky now, and not being able to rush except for like drawing Ains or Bobal Mines early or something, it really makes the pressure turn 3 not feel as strong. But anyway, I don't know, like I feel like it's a deck that if you play it like perfectly, it gives you a lot. It feels like a lot, it feels very, very, very good. It probably dies to some of the aggro decks in the format though. His shadow shouldn't be dead. No, because I called the fishing, right? I don't remember doing misplays this game, so probably everything is as it should. Because when I speak, like I don't see, like it's like my mind blanks and I can only think about what I'm saying because it's in English, so I need to think more. But I think, yeah, I think we call it the fishing and the headhunter, probably. Yeah, if you like, you shouldn't like Zorga free intercept. Like you shouldn't let anything in this format free intercept. Whenever people calls Aspronia or Fort, like if they call the card, get a +1, and then they get to intercept with it without any kind of problem, the next turn after, like that card was like a super free +1. Like it was amazing. Or even +2. Because it creates a card and then saves another because that card has to live. Like Shadow, it's like the same for us. Like every deck has now that kind of card. Like it's not as even as Orgazing. Like every deck has like those cards you cannot let them intercept for free, or it's like too much value. If you can afford not letting them, I mean. Because that 4 attack didn't matter. It did nothing. It like basically put a PG into their hand, okay, but it didn't do much. Like for example, might as well not call the Fenlicta, just attack with first Welstra or Freyhead and just put the PG back straight up and not even pretend you're attacking. Like it's Welstra. What are you going to do? Kill the dragon? And then you have the Fenlicta for the next turn. That's what I mean. Is this the... Why, this is the Mehli. Yeah, we Persona Road. This won't be a lot of power though. This would be 25, 35, 48. I mean, it feels decent. Now we can call the shooter. Yeah, shooter is amazing. Now we can pay CB1 because the order is free, and we can like get the Blitz order back to hand. Well, what you do, we're going to use Overcoming already, so we are probably not going to do that. But next turn we can use whatever order. Okay. What are we doing, Wolf? Okay, for more power. Maybe I thought about using the shooter for that, and then I realized, wait, I'm using Overcoming. That doesn't make sense. That's probably what happened. This isn't a lot. It's 15, 25, 35. You always try to put them at 4, so they have to guard the dragon twice. It works here. Even if you end up not divine skilling, you might as well pretend you will. And like, if you attack with Zorga and they have to take it, you like the tiny risk of them taking it and the attack not impacting as much due to a defensive or over trigger. Well, not that over trigger, of course, but like another over trigger that's still in the deck. You might as well go for that. Here we're not going to divine. I mean, we have a lot of defense, and next turn it will be more impactful, so it makes sense. But at the same time, it's already 48. If they PG that attack, then we divine, right? Yeah. So yeah, if they PG the 48, it's the same as swinging for 63. So and usually when it's weak, they usually take. When they don't take, like if it's weak, they usually guard the Zorga. It's not worth the risk, so they should not be getting the defensive that would annoy us. And we can potentially become 58. So, is this a 215, my friend? I think it's a... Oh, it's a PG? Whoa, that divine skill was extremely worth it. They have to drop another one, yeah. Like, there is also like some particular... The dragon has to die. I probably will remember soon. Okay, anyway, yeah, so like there's a lot of moments where the divine is just literally opponent discards 2 cards. Like you have to think about it this way. They will PG. And they will PG turn 1 and turn 3. They will very specifically use it, the PGs turn 4. But if you don't use the divine, because Zorga is not doing 4 attacks every turn, they have that PG next turn, and it's just easier for them to have it next turn. So, as long as Zorga Nadir doesn't get a 4th consistent battle, there is no point on not like trying to hit 53 and using the divine turn 4, like in my opinion. Sometimes, sure, you might prioritize saving the soul for using the Blitz order or whatever. Here, for example, we don't have access to the Blitz order, but we have, like, we are not dying. If we were dying, then of course, because you want to have an extra turn, and then you get 4 more battles, not just 1, so of course it matters. But like in general, there is no reasons not to go for it. Turn 4. If the game is going properly. That will usually be if you went first. If you went first, you will have easier time having that divine setup for turn 4. If you go second, usually what happens is like you have to bulk more to make up for the opponents playing their divine skill and stuff. And then you have to like maybe wait 1 more turn because you need to stabilize, and maybe you haven't yet. Oof. They are so behind. What happened that game? Five triggers. Is that a 9s? I feel there was the road there. But I guess you prefer to... yeah, we remember the dragon had to die. I told you that the RPD was safe. Yeah, so I guess... yep. They neutralize. Oh yeah, it has to attack. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Oh, that's good. But then again, we just go Zorga first, put them to 4. We deny them on the long run. But honestly, they have lost like 3 PGs already. They cannot guard the massive dragons anyway. And if you make them waste the PG's turn 4, they will have a massive issue guarding the extra, the crested, the scaled up dragons. Yeah, they will struggle with that. Why did we PG here? Isn't it better to go to 5? I'm missing something, because ideally you want to go to 5 here, because this way they cannot satellite your face and they have to pay more for maximum and they run out, and because it's Zorga you can put them at 4. I don't understand why did I use the PG here. There's probably a reason. Since we decided we were not shitting on Zorga no, Wolfren from the past anymore, there is probably a reason to do that. I just don't see it yet. We put a dragon on drop zone, but we already had the dragon because we already used that PG. Did I miss something? And like it's the same? Did I see the same PG twice? Why would I not go to 5? Sure, Alana for... Okay, this was to bottom, yeah. We draw 2 and draw 1. I don't understand. What did I miss? We are giving them 1 free CC. I don't get it. What's the point? I really would need to know now. There's probably something there. Eh? There's like 100% something that makes it make more sense. I'm back with a better hope. So, camera angle. I don't understand why. It's fine. I just got something I had to close and come back. I don't understand. Like, was it because I wanted to heal to 3 or something like that? But it's just pointless. Ah, just go to 5 here, people. Just go to 5. Well, they went to 5 anyway. Was that the reason that I thought they would be able to guard and just take a dragon anyway? Maybe that's what I thought. I don't know. We will never know. We keep getting lucky with those those triggers on the satellite ping though. They never get to... I mean, they still nullify the trigger, but... Oh, we forgot to kill a card. Not that it matters, but... Yeah, we forgot to kill something. Have we been forgetting about killing something all this time? Are we nerfing Welstra? Further? Yeah, we are... Yeah, well... Never mind. Not that it matters, because we will call over the dragons anyway. I think he is asking about the amount of shield value the Blitz Order had. I feel like we were never at the risk of losing this. Never, ever. Ever, ever. Oh, Black Magics went back to the bottom. But this is maybe because I didn't shuffle properly. I always try to put like the bottom on the half, on the top half, and I do one like one bottom, one top, one bottom, one top, like this. And you have this, and if you want to shuffle well, like you can put them in the middle, but then you make sure you are putting cards on top as well. So you are shuffling everything. If you're like you do this, then you are not moving the top and the bottom of the cards. So to have a very well shuffled deck, you want to like make sure every part of the deck shuffles with each other, right? Because it's not like 50-50 cards exactly. You might want to make sure the cards keep moving like this, you know, and you do it a lot of times, at least 7 times. Like if you do this twice, okay, fine, then you do this 3 times, more on the top. Like you need to make sure every card is randomized, you know? Otherwise, maybe like it's worth for you, it's worth for everything. I don't know, it's a very luck reliant game. So you want to shuffle properly. Here, like, because I thought like if it's just too casual, right? The card ended on the bottom twice. So I feel like maybe I didn't shuffle well here. If you can shuffle really well, just do it, because like it will make your games more randomized. Like you won't have, or at least you should not have a lot of, like, I don't know, draw 16 triggers, right? Because people does pile shuffling as well, and that's a bit sketchy. It doesn't work, by the way, it's just like magical thinking. Even if it involves maths, but it's still magical thinking. You want to shuffle really, really well. Anyway, game 2, let's go. We go second. I don't love using Habitat going second turn 1 because there is nothing to find, and then you just call the dragon. But I guess it's still an attack, so might as well doing so. The problem with fishing, it's like it's not Rancor, Chain, and Husk. If you use the Husk turn 1, this means you won't be able to find Shadow Cloak turn 2. So sometimes you might just want to keep the Habitat in hand because it gets so much better, on value turn 2. That being said, some matchups are just very tough going second, so you definitely want to rush. Even at the expenses of not finding the card you need sometimes. Just sometimes, don't be greedy. But Welstra, like, you don't really want them to give them free breathing roof. You don't want them to breathe freely. They went first, okay, they have the upper hand, but you want to pressure them, I think. Like, if you're playing versus something more bulky, that will go longer, you might want to keep the Habitat, because having the Shadow Cloak, it's more valuable than dealing 1 damage or they discarding 1 card now, just to green them it back later and you not having access to your green engine. Like, especially in Nadir, Habitat is best used turn 2, I feel. More often than not. it's nice to see they are not breaking the Lubethal. It's always better to use the fishing first than the shooter, because you don't want the shooter to draw the card you are trying to find. You know, if it draws the order, it gets spooky, because maybe you don't find another one. I'm sleepy. I think I already had the Shadow Cloak, that's why I might have used the Habitat anyway. I didn't love Gather Upon Me before, but I don't know, there is some finishing turns where having, like, you don't want the power, but you want the extra drive checks, and maybe you combine it. Oh, I didn't use the shooter, I'm stupid. It's fine, I forgot. Anyway, you want to access drive checks and draw more, and like you draw a scry, so it's like getting 4 drive checks. You have the Gather Upon Me drive check and the scry as an extra potential drive check, and then it makes sure you hit the crits. I hate me. Why did I forget? I forgot about the shooter. Well, luckily the right chain did not break, so it was not as terrible. Oof. Is he like losing turn 3? Or something? With Ainz, like sometimes you just call it for the pressure, but there is games where you just use it to draw. Like they rush turn 1 and then you Lubethal and put it then back to soul and draw more. Like not only versus decks like Varga, who would kill them, but maybe you're just you just need to draw early. So I wonder what is going to be our drive check here, because it would have been our drive check the previous turn. Would we have drawn the proper card with the shooter? I think shooter makes fishing better, because sometimes you will high roll nicely, like here you will get an order and RPD and then you draw. But when sometimes fishing whiffs, because it just does, you're still drawing 1 card, so you're not really behind, because the Energy Blast 3 doesn't matter and the CV1 doesn't matter, and it's your right discard. So you can afford running a more bricky right line, because it breaks more than Rancor Chain, because you will still be drawing some cards, and so you have a more high roll potential, and you still have a base ceiling that it's still decent. And I like that. And when I don't run Brave Shooter in a deck, I don't like the fishing either. So if you plan on not running shooters, you might want to try Rancor Chain and Husk instead, because it breaks less. But of course, if you're doing that, it's because maybe you already are running the Philanders as well on your deck. I don't know. Maybe you are. This gives me another idea. But they will try it first. Like, it's amazing, because sometimes there is still things that you haven't tried, and you can try them. Welstra takes like 3,000 years. Why is taking him so long? I want interaction. Oh my god. Oh, I'm really sleepy today. I don't know what happened. I'm excited for VCS Madrid. To be honest, I hope people will bring less aggro decks and more like green decks so the games can last more than 3 turns. It's not that I don't like aggro matchups, but like I don't like when you're on 8 aggro games in one day. I prefer like one aggro matchup, that's cool, but then the other matchup it's mid-range, the other it's control. Like I like when it changes a bit, not doing the same every game. And there is a lot of aggro matchups BT04, so I hope people will move more into Rezael, Levidras, so we can play it more green, you know, or at least having the choice. I think Nadir is very good now. This format it will be very good. My only fear it's Blackmire because I think it does really well into Levidras. And farming PGs doesn't really work well versus him. So I don't know what will happen. I got really excited. I got a new idea. I want to try it. I want to try it. Like most of the ideas I have doesn't really work, but it's fun anyway. And sometimes like they do actually work, and it's like, whoa, it worked. So it's like really funny because I'm like the crazy guy that comes with a new list every week, and people it's like, not again, please. This is like a weekly thing. Like, but that's good, right? Like we would complain that it's like boring from a deck building perspective, but having so many options with like some decks, like it feels amazing. It feels amazing being able to be wrong over and over without end forever. Because it's fun to deck build, right? And Zorga lets us deck build. And one thing that happens with Zorga, it's like, it's amazing because like you have 50 cards, and unless the 50 cards are perfectly slotted, the deck doesn't work. It's like amazing. You just move one card and the deck stops working. Like, it's so like, it's like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, it's top quality food. Like you have to have it on the fridge for 374 hours, but then, you know, and then you have to cook it at exactly 10,000 degrees and a half, or it burns. Like, you know, you have like you need like perfection, or the list just explodes, doesn't work. You never draw a fucking card ever anymore. The turn 3 black magic games are like super traumatic, but sometimes it does happen. Why am I putting the miasma there? Please, no, don't put the miasma there, Wolf. Ah, I don't want the deck to be, the game to be fucked. No. Please put the fucking miasma in the drop zone. Please. Ah. It's going to stay. Oh. It's fine. We will probably realize at some point. I hope it doesn't matter. I mean, they are losing anyway, right? Why are they at 5? What happened this game? It is not ending. It is not ending. Miasma to drop zone. is not going to drop zone. It's fine. Fortunately, we will realize next turn that it's not possible to have 2 orders bound. For the meantime, let's just cope. In the meantime. Like, imagine, you know, like you record the game, you try to record the voice for 2 weeks, not being able to, and then you manage to finally record your voice and the game, it's not functional, it doesn't work because you cheated on your sailing video. I mean, it's fine, there is nothing to do about it now. We just spotted it. But this doesn't happen on tournaments. I don't do such bullshit. Like, why? Is it because I'm less focused? Or, I don't know. Like, this doesn't happen often. But it just happened when the moment I go record. I hate Wolfren from the past. Today we can hate him. Today, just today. But today, Wolfren from that particular Wolfren, it's very like sus, because that PG, not going to 5, was really bad, and he destroyed the game. We can hate that Wolfren in particular. Why doesn't he has, like, he's running out of deck already. How many Eins has he used? Why is he running out of cards? But like, I think this summarizes well the problems Welstra have, because it has these glassy situations happening with him. If the opponent is playing a deck that can rush, even when they go 1 second, like if you're playing Blackmire, you're fucked. If you're playing Levitras, I think you might be also very annoyed. But if you play something like Zorga who can't call cards early, you're very, very annoyed. Like, no matter what, if like you go first or if you go second. And then you are just outpaced, no matter what you did. And now, but here it's more interesting to guard, because like they have a lot of resources, and it's not important if they use satellite or max, and the game will just end. I think though it's a bit stronger. When they use double max, it's a bit stronger than if they do satellite, so you might want to care about that as well. Going to 5 here is interesting because they are going to die anyway, and like you want them to be at 5 so they do not heal. Ah, maybe I had to put an order. Did I discard an order the previous game? Because maybe I needed an order in drop zone. That would make sense. Well, that's not an order. So, yeah. Anyhow. I feel my guard patterns are so awkward. Why they feel so bad? What am I not understanding? No! The order, no! Wolf, no! You bastard! You must be thinking, oh my god, this Nadir turn is so strong! Plus 20k! Sure, bro. That miasma doesn't belong there. I'm counting the powers wrong. Kill. No, no. Oh. So painful. Why am I paying? It's free. I don't know what happened to me that day. This is not myself. Please defend. Yes. Oof. It's fine. We don't have a lot of defense. Well, we do now. Everything's going wrong. I want... Oh. Yeah. So I want myself to lose here. I want the extra 5k power to not matter at all. But we got the PG, so... And we are at 3. But we don't have many defense, we have a lot of orders. I think we lose here. Yeah, because they did Persona, we have the PG, and we can guard 2 attacks, take 2. Like, I think if they get a crit, they always win, and I think we might still, like, lose, even if there is no crit. Yep, I think they win. Yeah, the PG is not saving us. Fortunately. I really like the deck. Like, I like how it feels when you're not playing Shoujo Doji or that kind of thing. When you're playing versus something normal, Nadir feels so fun. Because it's so grindy, and you play a lot of different orders every game. And that's really fun. And it really bulks, I feel. Also, like, I think the new fronts are going to be so good here because you're combining them with the Blitz order, so you have the free soul to pay the order, and the order is like a lot of shield value that you don't even care about losing 5k on the shield, on the trigger of the shield of the trigger. Yeah, so I think it will be really smooth to be able to defend, soul charge, and then just get the 5k shield on the other card. You can afford to spam now. Or like if you have more soul, you can play the order, and you can also play the PG bouncing. So like it really feels smooth. I've heard people doesn't like the front in Zorga, but I think it is amazing in Zorga. Because the Blitz order exists, and because Shadow Cloak will bounce more, especially in Nadir. Nadir has a lot of soul issues. And I think the extra soul will be really good. It will depend less on drawing Alana as well, because you have the extra 3 souls. Yes, a crit, we lose. Nice. Is that... Oh, it's more triggers. Maybe we don't lose. Ah, no, we do lose. Yes, because they have the extra attack, so we lose. We lose. Perfect. Nice. The miasma didn't matter. Lovely. GG. Let's go with game 3. I am glad I lost it. Yay! The fuck up didn't matter. Yeah, we go second, we have the shooter, I know that we have the headhunter, so we can afford calling it because it's Welstra and they will kill the headhunter, so you can call it back and you're still taking away their cards from them. You are deciding to not use the Zorga for calling free cards or for free discards or for free 5k shields, but instead you use them for rushing and they lose more cards. If you go second versus something that will kill the cards, that it's really nice. You can also do this versus Shoujo Doji, because, like, I don't know, they won't be putting the Headhunter back to the bottom, they will be putting the RPD, let's say. One thing with this format is that the bind decks will call the booster behind the Vanguard and they will swing and they will randomly hit crits, and you cannot like easily guard those, and if they sack the crits and you don't heal, you might be losing the game instantaneously just because you went second. Okay, even if you go first, they can do the same and sack the crits and it will be really scary. What you can do versus that is you call the shadow and you in 15 and intercept. This way it's 100% guaranteed the crit will not hit. I'm talking about decks that will call the booster behind the Vanguard, but that won't be as able to put cards here, right? So if you can play on a guard pattern that guarantees not being crit, you will win more in this format, because those decks are partially reliant on those crits. This is why they are boosting their Vanguards to just make sure that the attack happens. If you reach to turn 3s and 4s with less damage, like versus Blackmire, versus Levidras, just by turning your EV2 from Nadir into 2 cards in your hand, like this way, or like they are not in your hand because you are overguarding, but like you can, what I mean is like you can use Nadir as a give 5k shield to a card, to your shield value for that attack twice before turn 3, and if you use this efficiently, you will still hit the powers on the cards later because you will call them back, and you will guarantee you are playing the game at the pace you want to play it, not the pace your opponent wants you to be playing it. So you can give 15 and intercept, even if it seems like you're losing value, you are just employing your cards on a safe play, let's say, and that should be done. Like this format, that's very important. Decks like Varga, Blankmar, Chris Rain, Levidras even rely so much or are like so strong when they can make those first early swings connect. Like Levidras feels like a whole different deck when you get to turn 3 at 0 damage. Blackmire is a whole different deck when you get to turn 3 at 0 damage. If you can do that using your Nadir defensively, but also offensively, because your Great 2 has already attacked, you might as well use that shield value wisely. This also applies to the PGs. Like if you go second and you can PG turn 3 aggressively, that's very fine because Miasma will call the PG back and you will put it to your hand, okay? Use your defense, the extra defense. That's the only deck in the game that can do that. Night Rose can do that if they draw Ghost Chase. Rezile can do that if they run Hostage, but even if they are running Hostage, they will eventually run out of PGs. You can still keep farming them because they don't get bound, okay? So that, like, there is like 3 decks who can do that, and Zorga is the very best at doing it. We are good at that, let's abuse that. And it's so important, because in this game, OTs, double crits, those can win games. Zorga can play around luck super well. The only thing we cannot play around as much as we would like is that around them healing from 4 to 3, or like them speed healing fast the 3 first turns. Like those are things we cannot control. We can control them healing from 5 to 4 though, but that's our weak spot, like them healing too much out of our damage control. But we are very good at other things, so let's use those things in our favor. I can see a problem here. They might dodge us by sniping RPD, and maybe intercepting with Shadow might not be as comfortable because of the power reductions, but let's see how we can play around it. Yeah, here for example, if they call a booster, we are going to be an 8k perhaps, so it's 614. We cannot intercept, like that kind of problem may pop, but it's fine. No, but the Fenlicta is locked to opponent being grade 3. They cannot use Fenlicta. They cannot really comfort. But here they have to do what we said the previous game. Here it doesn't matter that the swing PG swing. You just put it back to your hand because you want the defense. That's so nice. But then you just do exactly. You just do the 3 attacks. Oh, it kills he kills the Shadow. That's a misplay. That's so comfortable. Probably draw. Nice. The persona, right? I mean, we have defense. We probably want to find our persona, right? Yeah, Habitat with Malice seems very nice. We are very likely to do that. So maybe we call... Yeah, the problem is we want... If you ever feel like you cannot call the Shadow Cloak because you're not making the most profit of it, like here, for example, you can call the 2 boosters and get the 2 dragons, or you can call 1 booster and Shadow Cloak like here and just don't gain one of the crits. That's fine, you can do that. Or maybe if you're playing an Scry order and you see the crit on top, for example, or if you like don't see the crit but you see a trigger, so you will still gain the 10k, that you can play around that. But farming the cards, it's more important. You don't always have the 2 crits turn 3. Like, people think you need to do double dragon every single fucking turn of the game or you lose. Like, there is a lot of myths with Zorga, like, Zorga only wins if you open double dragon. Do you know what else do attack turn 1? Any grade 1 attacks turn 1. Any grade 2 attacks turn 2. You don't need RPD that soon. Like, if you see, like Eva, for example, that's 4 attacks. Now Buddy Dubs, Eva, it's good. Eva, most of the games, it's just doing 1 attack with crit. That's fine. And it's turn 3, like, 1 RPD, it's fine. Do not stop farming to call more RPDs. And some turns, it doesn't even matter. Like, any turn they have to, like, even turn 4 or 5, one of the good things of Nadir is that you can stand one of your RPDs, so you can still do 2 crit swings even if you only have 1 dragon. If you need to put them to 4 with your rear attack, if you feel this is the situation will make them no guard Zorga and it's a crit for win anyway, you don't need to call 2 dragons. Sometimes it's better to call a shooter for a blitz order or call Shadow Cloak for a PG bounce. Here, for example, sure, if you get a crit for starters, it would not matter not be having called the dragon, but here we would be exchanging a PG for the crit, and they are going to guard it, or it doesn't matter. The PG is so nice. PGs are so important in this format. Like, people does really crazy stuff at this moment. And every deck does them. It's not like in the past where there was only like 1 or 2 good decks. Now every deck, it's like, if not good, they have the potential of randomly killing you. Because like any divine deck, it's boosty. You can randomly lose to anything. To anything. Like, it's not like before where not most of the decks had the potential of doing that, or they needed to hit turn 4 to do that. Or turn 5, let's say turn 5. Now, like, turn 4 you can get boosted. Then maybe the deck is bad, but like they are doing a very strong play turn 4. Like, the deck might be bad, but what they are doing that turn can kill you. I'm glad to see that the second bound order is overcoming this time. Like, there is this sense of happiness inside of me that I'm not fucking up anymore. I really want to try this new idea I had. Fuck. Maybe it works. I don't think it will though. That's why I'm not telling you. I want to try the things a bit before. And if it works, I make a video. No, but really, I don't know the name of the guy. If you are in the Discord, please reveal yourself. But he played that list to me, or like with some variations, but the idea of the shooters, the Kutir, the headhunters, it felt so bulky. I could not kill him. And also, I played versus another guy, like, he was nice, he was really nervous. We played in round 1, like, he was like on his first event, and it was like, I don't know, it was nice, you know? I think he was a bit unlucky, because I think he was like missing, maybe RPD or something went south. But anyway, like, he was really nice. I hope he had fun. It's really unfortunate, like, there is 4 fucking Zorgas, and they have to eliminate each other. like why cannot we eliminate, I don't know, Overlords? Or poor Overlord. I don't know, Shiranuis. We can completely and definitely must eliminate Shiranuis. Okay, so I imagine this is switch with Miasma. Order goes to drop, and we bind. Okay. I'm really scared after the game 2. I really like Zorga Nadir. I guess what I don't like about the deck is that it works more like a divine deck than as a beatdown thing. Because masks waltz during the hard turn, and you need to farm the resources constantly, but like, it doesn't fall off. I like that about masks a lot, but like, I don't know, playing Nadir, it's really fun, and I like it as well. And the only problem is it not having more fourth battles. But I must say, if it had more fourth battles, maybe it would be like literally broken. So maybe, like, I don't know, at the same time, like, I feel it's balanced and it's good for it to be like that. But on the other side, I don't like going back to playing blue Zorga for the rest of the game after I have already divined. So Yeesh. I don't know how to feel. Zorga Nadir, it's a really fun card. I think it's very well designed. The card is doing for its cost feels really well rounded. And I think it opens like a lot of versatility. One card has like 4 or 5 different ways of using it. You can use it as a Fated King to mask. You can use it as a call to boosters, as a call an attacker and a booster, and as a call to attackers, as a farm 2 cards early game. You can do so many different things. They can either be good, they can either be bad. It doesn't matter. You can run it like on the Zorga Mask deck, you Soul Blast it, put it into your hand, rewrite, and do a play with that as well. Like, I think it's a really well designed card. You know, like 1 card, 7 types of uses. It's cool when the cards have so many different ways to be played. Are we losing? I really wanted to win that one. I think we are healthy. Also, the 2 triggers attacking are like not too scary. So yes, not yet, but we are very likely to win that turn. I think the moment Shoshodoji goes away, Nadir becomes really good in the format. No Alchemy Magic, maybe? But it's fine, we have a lot of power. We do not even care. GG! Well, hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the game 2 where we did something wrong. But happens, and I don't know, hope you like the videos. I think you like the videos, that makes me happy. And let's keep forward with the rest of the season and like with VT05 games. And I don't know, I like have the Levitras recorded. I will record also Odium and Rezael first because I think those are like more different matchups. And I'm planning on doing like more guides very soon. It's just that I don't have the time to fucking finish the videos. But yes, that's basically it. Okay, more videos coming. Hope you have fun, hope you enjoyed, and see you soon.